All right, let's go.
Woo! Yeah! Yes! What's up, everyone? Welcome to the special Let's Play of Screamer featuring the one and only Max Scoville.
Hey, Alan, thanks for having me.
Dude, thanks for being here. Now, we've had a beef for a while, a bit of a rivalry when it comes to who's faster.
Some might say that I'm your nemesis.
I've said that personally.
Yeah,
so today we're here to settle it on the track. Who is faster, Max or me? Let's find out. Presented by Screamer. So Screamer is a remake of the 90s classic racing game with blazing fast arcadey speed and death-defying drifts.
There's a story mode, arcade racing, and multiplayer modes, including two-player split screen, which is what we're going to do today.
All right, let's jump into multiplayer. We'll go right down here to two-player split screen. Let's load in. All right, I'm ready up. Now there's two different options for when you're playing local multiplayer. There's race and there's team race. They're pretty different. So race, you're playing as an individual, trying to get the best position in the race. Team race, you have to work together with your teammates to get the most points. You get those by knocking out opponents and by the position you land in. But let's go ahead and jump into regular race for now. So we're gonna be playing free-for-all, and here are all of our options for playable characters, our screamers, if you will. They're all from different teams, and they each have individual skills that they can use. It's kind of like, think of it like your own personal hero with different abilities that you can employ on the track.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, with most racing games, you're picking your car. That's the foremost thing you're focused on. But in this case, these are all individual characters that all have their own quirks and abilities and backstories as well, which is all fleshed out in the tournament mode.
So Max, who are you going to be playing as?
Ooh, it's hard to resist that amazing gold snakeskin jacket right there. So I think I'm going to play as Naboru.
That is sick. Now, what's Naboru's ability?
So he generates entropy while he's in SGU and through active shifting. So he's just constantly building up that entropy if he's going top speed.
I love it. Now I'm going to be playing as Gregor. He has a little bit of a slow start, but once you get some speed and you do enough boosts, he'll actually evolve his boost to give even more powerful boost, strike, and overdrive, which we'll explain in a second. For now, let's figure out where we're going to go. How about we start with Stadium Olympus?
Sure.
It's a classic track from the beginning of the game. So, things to keep in mind when we're jumping into this match is every car is equipped with an echo unit. An echo unit has two different meters. One of them is sync, which you'll see represented in blue. The other one is entropy, represented in pink. Think of your sync meter as your boost, your shield, so on and so forth. You get those by driving at top speed, doing active shifts, which you'll see in a second, and you'll essentially fill up your meter as you go along. Now, every time you use a boost, you'll get a notch in your entropy meter, which you can then use to strike opponents and knock them out, or to do overdrive, which is blazing fast. Burn!
So yeah,
all right, let's go.
The name of the game is going as fast as you can and not slowing down. That's a big thing here. Something that's interesting about Screamer is the steering. You steer with the left stick, but then you drift with the right stick, and these operate almost independently. So there's a very kind of interesting dynamic there where you want to hit curves as fast as you can without slowing down, because that's going to what's going to build up your boost.
Yeah, and it feels so satisfying to, you know, to sort of adjust your fine tuning for your turns with your left stick, but then also kind of throwing the tail of your car out with the right. It just feels so satisfying.
It's very pedal to the metal there, and I just did a active shift right there.
Yeah, so you'll see at the top left of each of our screens, there's a little box that says shift that'll flash orange. When you do that, you can press the left bumper to do an active shift and go up in gears. You can also do that while you're drifting to sort of catch the gear below you and keep your speed somewhat to where you were when you went into a turn. You'll see here, there's also a quick time event every time you use a boost. There's like a yellow triangle inside of the your boost sort of icon, and if you hit that perfectly, you'll get even more power for that boost, and makes quite the difference. So as you can see, I'm at 3 notches here on my entropy meter in the top right. Now I'm at 4 because I just hit that boost. Like I mentioned, Gregor is has a bit of a slow start, but once you get a couple of boosts in, you'll see at the top right of my screen, I've got little icons of how close I am to evolving. He gets 2 different evolutions through the races. I already filled the first one. The second one is just starting to fill up there. Yeah, so my character is definitely a little bit more about, you know, getting those speed boosts to really get a ton of speed and distance on opponents. But Max, your character's a little different.
Yeah, no, definitely more aggressive. And as you can see, I just took out an opponent there using strike,
which does also refill your boost, your sync meter as well, which is a nice touch. Means you're always getting rewarded for using your abilities.
Yeah, and activating a strike isn't just as simple as the press of a button. You've got to actually time it properly, hold it down,
and you got to aim it right, because it is a little bit tricky sometimes if you haven't practiced enough. All right, going into the third lap, how you feeling? P4, not too bad.
Doing what I can over here.
So if you look at the
okay, I just took out 2 guys there, so that's.
If you look at your echo unit bars there at the top, you'll also see a few icons in there. Each racer has a different layout for these, but typically for your sync meter, you'll see you have the boost icon and a shield icon inside of that first bar. That means you can use it as soon as that first bar is fulfilled. However, on the right side, you'll see that the entropy meter has a little bit of a gap. You have to fill up 2 bars to be able to use your strike module. So keep that in mind as I take Max down.
Very nicely done. Now, I could have protected myself there by using a shield, which is exactly what it sounds like. That unfortunately uses up a bit of boost to pull it off, but it would have saved me from getting exploded, as it's known in the biz.
Yeah, but there is something to be said about shielding instead of boosting, because you get to keep your speed, right? There's you also, if you time it right, you can absorb the strike and then still keep that meter somewhat full. So it's a bit of a trade-off depending on what you're choosing to prioritize.
Again, a lot of strategy for a game about going faster than other people.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Let's go. Took that guy down. I kind of love the game of being able to strike somebody and knock them out, because like when you see like that, sort of like the flashing hexes that pop up on your screen when you're in danger and like it starts to get more and more intense, I like to hit B to just kind of like check out what's going on behind me, and then you can pull off some pretty slick dodges to sort of make them waste that meter a little bit.
It's really quite satisfying when someone else does it. It's very frustrating when it's
when you miss yours.
Yeah.
Now, Max, I'm noticing you're kind of lagging behind there. What's going on, bud?
It's the
it's the walls.
And again, like all the racers have different attributes, and all the cars feel drastically different. They do have one in common, which is that they're all extremely fast. And I will say this game is very good at maintaining that sense of speed, which is paramount for a racing game. But it is, again, it's almost counterintuitive that you want to try to hit the turns without losing speed, without cornering too gracefully. You kind of want to maintain this, this entropy, really.
Yeah, you gotta hit a little brake tap every once in a while, but it helps you maintain speed rather than crashing into it and losing all speed completely. And with that, I think I have enough of a lead where it's kind of done and dusted.
Oh man, I'm sure I could have a comeback. You never know.
Boom, a little strike just for.
What are we doing? Best 2 out of 3?
Yeah. So Max, what do you think went wrong here? What can you improve for the next one?
Well, again, it's about maintaining control of your vehicle as you go careening into corners, which risk reward.
Yeah.
I want to just really maintain that speed, but also build up that boost. But occasionally I will crash and explode.
How about we do one team race to see if maybe.
Yeah.
Do you want to do duos or trios?
Let's do trios.
All right, so you get to pick first.
Okay.
So go ahead and select. You got to select 2 members, 1 leader.
And I can mix and match. They don't all have to be friends.
Correct. Yeah, they can be from different teams.
Well, Akemi has a sword. That's a plus. I'm gonna go with Fermi.
You're gonna get Fermi, nice. All right, then choose your leader.
I'm gonna go back to using Goro.
Nice. All right, I am going to be playing as Gabriel. So he generates entropy as well as sync after a KO, which is super useful. I might actually just go all Anaconda Core. So I'll pick Dirk, and then I'll pick Hope over here. All right, where do you want to go? You want to... Let's do...
Up to you.
Let's do Ashes to Ashes.
Okay.
So this is part of the Sky Road Desert. It's a sort of like an area just outside of the main city that you play in. But it's got some pretty sick tracks. So you can see there's a couple crash sites here, a broken satellite disc.
Yeah, I love these backdrops. They are.
Yeah, the setting is one of my favorite parts about the game. All right, so this one, like we mentioned before, is a little bit different. You'll see that it's not just about position. There is also a point system just below our laps and position. So right now, since I'm in first, my team is in first place and we have 220 points. But let's say if I brake here and people pass me, suddenly I'm down to fourth, fifth, third. So you get points not only by position, but also by striking and KOing opponents, which kind of adds to that sort of more aggressive play style that some characters are built for. All right, let's make sure we're getting our active shifts here. A hard turn coming up. I love how the sort of flaps come out of this car for Gabrielle. Like, ooh, that's slick. The design team really knocked it out of the park for these vehicle designs.
Yeah, I want model kits of these guys. They are just great little kit bashes.
Ooh, just barely couldn't dodge that. Yeah, there's a lot of action, but now it's time to do some action of our own, and I missed every single person along the road. Never mind.
It happens, you know? There's a lot to keep track of.
Track of? Nice.
Eyes on the road.
But yeah, it's all about sort of maintaining speed while also trying to be a little aggressive with your attacks. All right, just entered SGU. Oh, I overcommitted on the speed there for the turn. Oh wow, I got shielded right at the last second. There we go. Oh, is this a shortcut? I had not discovered this side.
Did you find a shortcut?
Yeah, I did. Wow,
cool.
All right. It's one of the benefits of using your strike. It's like you get to have these nice little moments of like, oh wow, you can go there? That's sick.
It's handy. Oh!
All right, right back to first place, 310 points. But you'll see that there's not that much of a difference between each position. Right now, first place is 310, fourth place is 260. So there's at least two teams in between there that are somewhere in between, already dropped down to second place again. So I'm actually gonna sandbag here a little bit and just wait for people to strike down.
See, that's what I've always hated about you, Alan. You're a good sport.
Oh, I'm a good sport, but I'm about to blow him up if I did not miss my my strike. Right. And I'm so into the soundtrack. I feel like every time that like the third or fourth lap hits, you're just like, wow, the soundtrack rips.
No, it very much accentuates the bright lights and fast cars. There's some awesome retro futurism. I love when you unlock tracks and cutscenes, they look like CDs and DVDs.
Yeah.
And they just nailed that kind of old anime packaging aesthetic.
Ooh. Yeah, this is the most intense sort of mode because it's just everyone's trying to get everybody.
And I mean, this is with AI. Like, I feel like this can get pretty heated online.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
Oh wow, my boost or my strike ran out right when I was about to hit that person.
That's isn't that the worst?
That's the way it goes sometimes.
But when you nail it, when you just get through a bunch of people, that is immensely gratifying.
You know, I'm trying to match the shortcut, but I don't remember how I got in there.
Were you speeding?
I was, yeah, I was striking.
Fast?
All right, going into the final lap. Ooh, nice takedown of that overdrive.
Making the most of it here. Oh!
Oh, I just barely missed that. So, ended up in first place, but not as a team. Which is a bit of a bummer, but sometimes that's how it goes. You gotta sacrifice speed.
Yeah.
For the good of the
team. That was not my best work there. I'm gonna be honest. It's oof. There's just a lot of distractions there. You think we could maybe just do this one-on-one, without all these other guys just cutting me off?
So this one will be for all the marbles. Let's go ahead and jump in a regular race. All right, I'm gonna play as Fermi here.
All right, Fermi, it's showtime. I've got this.
I'm a dog.
What's the deal? He's just got 2 boosts.
Yeah, so Fermi cannot enter overdrive, but his boost and strikes are last longer.
The main guy.
Oh, so you can enable a secondary boost after your first one. So if you hit that like perfect boost, then you get another one on top of that.
Yeah, that definitely sounds unfair.
It's really strong. All right, let's go.
All right.
Fermi's car is just so drifty.
That's a good car for this. A lot of turns.
Oof. All right, I gotta catch up. I'm like way behind now.
Don't worry, I'll catch up and get back there.
It's okay, it's just the first lap. There's still plenty of time.
Oh, I think I like this ability.
Oh! Wait, I spun out and I still got people. Hell yeah. All right. Oh, double takedown. Let's go.
This is a nice little treat. Ah!
All right. So, Max, how's the front of the pack looking? Because I'm about to be up there.
There's somebody in front of me. They cut me. I don't like this one bit. I gotta get this guy.
Is the weather good up there? Hold on, let me.
I usually get that about being tall, not so much about being in a. Oh, come on! Was that you?
It seems a little hot up top.
Did you do that?
That was me, yeah.
Hey, that's bad.
Oh, I spun out. No! That's what I get for having a big mouth. Oh, was that you?
That was me.
All right, some payback. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. And next, what does the dog say?
The dog probably says slow down.
The dog says woof, woof. I'm right on your tail, bud.
Oh man, I just gotta do this one. Maybe I won't win the war, but I'll win a battle or a race. Beating you is the only thing that matters to me.
Oh, and in second place once again. Come on, Max, you can do this, I believe. Ooh. Barely hit the tail on that. Oh. Strike.
Screamer.
And there we go, second place. But not far behind, that was pretty good.
It's close, man. Almost had you.
So Max, how are you feeling after all those races?
You know, to be perfectly honest, quite humbled, but I had a good time. You know, it's not always about the destination. Sometimes it's just about the journey.
That's true.
Yeah, Screamer is one heck of a journey.
Yeah, I mean, I love that we got to check out, you know, the individual races and the team races. I feel like I learned a lot about you. You're definitely a little bit more of an aggressive player than I was expecting.
But I mean, that's my downfall, and that's exactly the thing about Screamer that sets it apart, is that there is this risk reward. That's not only are you just trying to come in first, you're also trying to make other people go last. Just take them out, and yeah, some giant explosions on the track. Kind of distracting, you know. It can get you a little bit off course, but
like, what's going on? You're like cranking your neck.
Exactly. Not exactly safe. You know?
So if we were to do a rematch at some point in the future, what would you change next time around?
Well, probably more time behind the wheel, but you know, again, these cars all have very distinctive feels to them. I think I really need to find the one that's right for my play style and really just go with that one.
Yeah, now I already beat the tournament. I loved the story mode. There's still a couple storylines that I still haven't finished up though, so I'm super excited to jump back in and get the full context of how we get to the awesome surprise that's at the end of the game. No spoilers though. You can jump behind the wheel and push the pedal to the metal in Screamer, coming March 26th to Xbox Series consoles, PC, and PlayStation 5.
For all things Screamer, you're already in the right place, IGN.